Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Paul over at Apache Rifle Works. Today we are going to be discussing two new bills in the state of Texas, one regarding silencers and one regarding constitutional carry. We're going to have two different videos. We're going to have part one, which is now, and part two, which will be in the link in the description below. Stay tuned. So, hey guys, Paul over at Apache. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is going to be a little bit more of an informational for y'all today. Going to go over a few details from our side as a gun shop seeing the industry in regards to Texas Silencer House Bill 957 as well as House Bill 927. So, Texas House Bill 957. I think I've got about probably 100 different text messages and messages asking, when am I ordering my silencers? Blah, blah, blah. Well, let's first start off with, for everybody who's kind of new to the silencer game, who might be watching this because they thought maybe I'm going to get a silencer a little quicker now that this is finally happening and I don't own a silencer yet. Right now, getting a silencer or a suppressor in the state of Texas or any other state, but specifically we're going to talk today about Texas, it's fairly simple process if you go to a dealer that knows what they're doing. So you basically show up, you look at some suppressors that you're looking for, and then basically this process starts. This process is going to be about you getting your fingerprints and photographs and what other personal information that we need to get for the FBI in regards to you either doing the form as an individual or doing the form through an entity like a trust or an LLC. We put a bunch of paperwork, some Form 4 paperwork together for you, get some signatures. It's kind of feels like buying a house, not that extensive, but do a bunch of signatures, get your fingerprint cards and photographs, and then we send everything off to the ATF and the FBI with a $200 tax stamp paid towards each serial number that you purchase. Once you've done that, then really what it comes down to is the hardest part of the whole process, which is waiting. The approval process right now is taking anywhere between 6 and 9.5 months, and in some cases 11 months or more. And that's been the process for many years. That's been the way that it's always been. Obviously the tax stamp hasn't grown with inflation, which if it did, it would be really expensive. So that's the current process. The waiting part is the hardest part for most people to deal with. They just don't want to wait. Well, in not having to wait, the reason why we're getting all these text messages, why the buzz in Texas right now is about House Bill 957, and that is in regards to basically silencers that are manufactured in Texas by Texans with Texas sourced materials that they essentially will be able to be sold over the counter with a Form 4473 background check, just like your firearms, whether your pistols or your rifles. What we're going to do is talk really quick. We're not going into the details, but we're going to talk a little bit about the major questions that we get and talk about basically the do's and don'ts of where we're at. Currently, as of September 1st, this will all go into process. What does that mean? Well, it's not going to mean anything right away. The bill is in regards to obviously somebody being able to purchase a currently federally regulated item. So in the state of Texas, if you possess a silencer without the federal tax stamp and paperwork required, it's a felony. You will go to jail if you get caught. The caveat to all of this is that when you really look at the way the law is written, there's going to be a lot of gray area with it, and it's going to require a significant amount of kind of diving through to get it all just right. And the reason I say that is because the way the bill's read, it allows people, citizens, to own said silencer manufactured in Texas by Texans with Texas products, and you can get it over the counter with a federal background check. Well, that's the problem, is for, let's say, us, right, FFLs alike in Texas who sell firearms, we have to fill out federal background check documents that go to the ATF and to the FBI in order to get you approved for a silencer. If we as the FFL basically don't fill that information out, we can get in a lot of trouble by transferring you, the end user. Though it's legal in the state of Texas, we are a federally licensed firearms seller or manufacturer. In our case, we're a manufacturer as well. So we can't just go through and sell you that firearm without the proper background check information, because we are licensed through the federal government. So that creates a significant amount of gray area for us. How does that apply to us? Well, right now we don't know. A lot of stuff is still up in the air. And that's why we tell people, like, really, you just wait to see September 1st rolls around. Essentially what's going to happen is the Attorney General is going to have to go to a federal judge and basically rule that the House Bill 957 regarding to the Texas manufactured silencers is constitutional, and get them to sign off on it, so that basically we can now operate in a way where we can sell those cans over the counter. Well, that's going to basically have a lot of paperwork. It's going to have a lot of stuff that's going to get involved in it, and I couldn't even begin to imagine how they're going to deal with that. The other side of this is well, filing a Form 1 to manufacture a Class 3 item, let's say suppressors in this case. Well, you're not buying that suppressor through an FFL. So that might be really the biggest win in this bill, is going to be in regards to the fact that the Form 1 guy can go around, file a Form 1 as if he's going to manufacture his own silencer, and manufacture a silencer made in Texas with Texas sourced materials, marked a certain way in Texas by a Texan, by residents of Texas. And that's really the key, right? That could be a big win for Form 1 people who are doing that, because at that point there's no federal firearms licensee involved in the process. So that's going to be something we'll have to see. So as of right now, the Form 1 guys are going to be the most protected with this law once it passes in September. And obviously there's still going to be things that details that'll have to be worked out, so everybody's on the up and up. This is definitely not something you want to get wrong, especially when law enforcement and stuff is going to be more keen to look out for things like this that are violations. Now, the biggest thing is what happens after September 1st? Well, currently nothing. Currently, with federal firearms licensees like us, gun stores that you normally can buy these items at, you're going to have to do things as of normal until something changes on the federal side of things, and some things are approved, and we're given particular instructions on how to handle those situations. It's business as normal for us. It's standard wait times. And that's really what everybody needs to understand, is we are not out buying suppressors right now. Yes, we're getting keyed up. Maybe it's going to happen, right? We're looking into companies. Companies are going to be popping up everywhere. There might be silencer companies moving here. But currently, we are business as usual, waiting to see what happens. Don't get me wrong, it's exciting. It would be great for Texas to be the state that takes the first step into this and see how it works. But right now, the most prevalent protected group of people are going to be people filing Form 1s, because there's no federal firearms license dealer like ourselves or like somebody else that are involved in that transaction in relation to actually making your own suppressor and filing a Form 1. So, guys, that's where we're at. September 1st is not too far around the corner, and so all of us will be, of course, listening very keenly to see what the hell happens. It's exciting, and it could go, right now from us, it's a 50-50. We're not really sure how it's going to go. We're just going to kind of wait and listen. So, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate. If there's anything I didn't cover, I didn't cover all the details. If there's anything I didn't cover, please go down in the comment section and let us know if there's something else regarding this you'd like to cover, or any questions you'd like to ask. Smash that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it, guys. And if you want to watch part 2 in regards to Texas constitutional carry or House Bill 1927, click on the link in the description below. Have a great day, guys. Thanks.